To start off, we will be talking about current fashion in Pakistan and why these changes are so important for women in Pakistan today. Trends of fashion have changed drastically in Pakistan in the previous few years. These changes are greatly influenced by styles and fashion of Hollywood. Ironically, Pakistani fashion industry, or PDI, has multitude of extraordinarily gifted designers who without any doubt have the ability to compete and give tough competition to their competitors from all over the world. Yet all major brands in Pakistan, and even designers, are putting forward apparels and accessories that are highly influenced by Western trends, meaning that a lot of the younger generation in Pakistan are fighting to be able to dress less conservatively and not be dictated by male figures in their life and by a Taliban strict dress code. Pakistani culture itself is very unique and highly diverse. Without change, everything becomes stagnant and consequently fades away. But these changes should be according to our own requirements and values, and not by other people in our lives.
Okay, hi everybody, welcome. So today we will be looking at Pakistan's economy and comparing it to a few surrounding nations as well as the United States. Okay, now in this next slide you can kind of see a poorer class. These are the gentlemen that are wearing these thin fabrics, these dull solid colors because they are doing some dirty work. But as we learned in the introduction and kind of throughout this semester is that the men control the lives of the women, of their families, and of the country in general. So there was one writer from Pakistan, a young teenage boy, who wrote, "Men were meant to go out and make money. Women were meant to take care of the house. Men made decisions, women made dinner." This has kind of been the issue for a very long time that has created the standards of dress for women, and then the males get to choose how they dress as they please.
We're going to be answering the question of history and current fashion of women in Pakistan and their role in society, and how does this affect their fashion. Pakistan is a patriarchal society where men are the primary authority figures and women are subordinate. This has been going on for many, many, many years. Gender is one of the organizing principles of Pakistani society. Pakistani women lack social value and status because of their negation of their roles as producers and providers in all social roles. Men not only have authority over how women act in public and at home, but also have a say over what they wear, meaning they have to wear very conservative dresses as seen in these pictures below, where they are covered and no skin is supposed to be showing. This is the basics of fashion and what women will typically be wearing in everyday life. The shalwar, kameez, and lehenga are the traditional attire worn by women in Pakistan. While shalwar kameez is only worn as daily wear, lehenga is a typical attire for ceremonies and special occasions, such as weddings or fancy dinners. Interesting patterns are woven with lace and are used to add feminine element to the lehenga. The dupatta is worn with both the shalwar kameez and lehenga. Dupattas are long yards of cloth. Their colors and patterns are coordinated as per the entire ensemble, which is why you typically see women in all one color. Women also wear scarves or shawls with the salwar kameez in chilly winters. Apart from the traditional clothing, Pakistanis also don Western attire, including shirts, trousers, jeans, etc. However, this is typically only seen in men and not in the women. However, traditional clothing definitely has a strong foothold in modern society of Pakistan today.
Okay, so up next we have the effects of fashion on the roles of both men and women in the family and at home, and just the different standards that each have in their home. So first of all, the fashion in Pakistan has changed from what it used to be, but it is still very similar to what it's always been. For example, women are still required to cover up their faces in many instances and really conceal their body, and that even carries over into the home. They're still very concealed at home. When there's social gatherings, they're very restricted as to who they can socialize with. Mainly, they're just allowed to socialize with female relatives and not really any men. And that, that's just part of the culture and part of how the fashion is represented as well, as they're just very concealed and not allowed to be very outspoken. So another example of the separation between men and women is purdah, which is Persian for curtain. It's not only the cloth that they wear that restricts them, but it's also a symbol of kind of the restrictions that they have in their society. Uh, Women spend most of their time in their homes. Very rarely do they go out in public. Purdah is really just a fine example of that separation between the men and the women, that men have more freedom, whereas women are more concealed and more restricted as to the things that they can do.
Hi, my name is Jenny Romero, and we're talking about if there are any signs of equality between men and women in Pakistan, and if so, how, where, when, and why. So, according to the Muslim Brotherhood, women are the equal sisters of men. They also mention a woman is also a wife who is a source of comfort to her husband as he is to her. And in the Quran it mentions, and among his signs is this, that he created wives from among yourselves, that you may dwell in tranquility with them. And he has put love and mercy between your hearts. They are also like a garment to you, and you are like a garment to them. It also mentions in the Quran that a woman's responsibility is exactly the same as that of a man. See, a Muslim woman, like the Muslim man, is called upon to believe in Allah, the Day of Judgment, the Book, the angels, and the prophets, etc. And a woman also has to study the Islamic teachings for her own personal guidance, and the same as the male. And the woman also has full financial status that is no less than that of the man. Not only is equality found within the Muslim faith, there is also equality found within the social and economic world of Pakistan. There are great political leaders such as Begum Rana Liaquat Ali, the wife of Pakistan's first Prime Minister, Benazir Bhutto, and Fatima Jinnah, the sister of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, have founded organizations to provide support concerning women's issues, gender equality, and things that no one thought could be talked about. I also talked to someone from Pakistan that I work with, and she mentioned that, women who are wealthy are usually more prone to having more opportunities and looked upon as equal rather than those who have less and are less fortunate. And so I just thought that was interesting that they give more respect to women who have more wealth than those who don't. So, despite the aid that has been given to help bring equality within the social and economic world of Pakistan, there is still a need of improvement. Many Pakistani men and women believe that women's rights need to go no further than the improvements that Islam brought to status of women in tribal Arabia in the 7th century. The problem is that men in Pakistan are not ready to give up their male privilege, and many Pakistani women not wanting to rock the boat agree with them, unfortunately.
In conclusion, as you have seen and heard in our presentation, fashion has a very big hold over the importance of certain things in Pakistan, such as roles of women and men, the equality of men and women, and it has slowly and surely grown and improved immensely through the years for women in Pakistan. Despite political and economic setbacks faced by the country, including the status of equality concerning men and women within the world of Pakistan, The industry of fashion has persistently taken brave steps forward to make a prominent mark in the world. With a long-term stable and political and economical platform, Pakistani fashion industry has the potential to rise to heights which has not been fathomed before.